Hi everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to do something a little bit different, although I quite often tinker with this sort of stuff as well as mechanical, and this is something that I've picked up off the curbside, and it is let's just get in on that name, it's a hard drive recorder for the TV. So it's where are we? It's an LG. Got a DVD drive in it. It's pretty dirty. I have no idea of the condition of it. The cord cut. So I've always wanted something along these lines, just to do a little bit of recording. I know there's catch up these days, but mostly it's I'm a AFL fan. That's Australian rules football for anyone who's not in Australia, and they're not always on when I'm home, so looking for a way to record, and I saw this. I've had my eye out for something like this for quite a while. Back in the day, it used to be the old VCR. You'd set it and come home and it had recorded your TV show. I've had the odd smart TV that's kind of, you know, you stick a USB drive in and it says it'll work, and it doesn't. So anyway, I'm going to have a go at seeing if this thing works and bring you guys along for the ride. Okay, so we've got a couple of screws. Get them out. I haven't had this apart yet, so whatever's in here, we're all going to find out at the same time. Couple at the back. Haven't done anything electronics for a little while now. I've had to do a bit of a clean up of the bench, although it's still a bit of a disaster. But I've got a video. I'm not sure if it'll come out before this one or after, but that will give you an idea where all my time has been taken up. Oops. So, what have we got? This is looking promising already. Ouch. So this is just a plug style setup. It doesn't want to come out. Oh dear, it must be glued. The whole thing's come out, but that's just going to push back in. All right, there we go. So that shows it to go this way. Right, so I've got, oops. Here we go. It's not a good job until you cut yourself. So I should have another one of these. So I'll have a quick look around inside this, and then I'll get one of those. See if I can power it up. One of the first things I notice is the actual hard drive is gone. Good if you could see to see. So IDE connector. Try not to bleed on everything. Standard hard drive power connector. Doesn't look like there's any obvious damage or corrosion. I'll have a quick scan around the board, see if there's anything obvious. I'll give that fuse here a bit of a test. This should power up without the hard drive, so I might just dig out a cable and give it a go. Right, here's my stash of plugs. Really handy to keep this sort of stuff. Right, there's one right on the top. How convenient. So there's other ones, there's like larger style like this. I'll put that to the side. There's actually another one there. There's another one. Same thing. You can see that exactly the same type of plug. That one's got a bit of a strain relief setup on there. They're really common. Look, there's another one. No wonder one was sitting right on top. Alright, let's see, plug it in and see how we go. Okay, well, I'm not going to bother testing anything. I'm just going to plug it in. But just to keep myself protected and without popping any fuses, I've got my dim bulb tester, which was pretty much just a light fitting in line. So that goes in there. You know, I just the basic concept is this goes into the power. Switch that off. Now you could put a piece of wire straight through that and it'll be a dead short, and all that's going to happen is the light will turn on. So if I plug it into this, this is a dead short, nothing's going to happen. This is just going to come on like a normal globe would. So plug that in there. Get that into there. Okay. So there's power on there. Ooh, look at that. We've got a light. And I can hear it making noises. Okay. Power on. Green light. Oh, look at that. It's working. Please wait. Let's just see if this will open while we're waiting. What are we supposed to be waiting for? Maybe to initiate the hard drive, which doesn't exist. What have we got here? Oh yeah, some more inputs. I'm still wanting this to open. Maybe not happening. So we did have a little light on the main board here. That's gone out. The globe shone up for a minute and that spun up. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I might have to find a hard drive, plug it in, and because it might be trying to find it, like its little BIOS that it's booting up and it's trying to search for its devices and can't find it, so it's, there we go, look at that, something's going on. Drawing some power. And so I'm seeing that little fan at the back spin up at the same time. So I don't know if this has got some kind of intermittent fault. Poke around with some of these connectors without touching 240 volts. Quick change of plans. Just before I go looking for a hard drive, I thought I'd just bypass the dim bulb and see what happened. So switches on and we power up. That starts searching. That little LED there is on. Fan spinning. So this, when you look down there, you can actually see there's a disc in there. I'm just going to see if I can pop this off. I've taken the screws out. Comedy connections. Yeah, oops, better turn that off. There we go. That looks all right. That actually looks in good condition. So I don't know if it wasn't able to read that, but I'm just going to clean this little pickup here. It was actually searching, so it was spinning up and searching. So there's the first two things that a CD drive, DVD drive has to do. If it can't do that, then it's not going to be able to do anything. So it's doing 2 out of 3, so I don't know if it just can't find the disc, the lens is dirty or whatever, but I'll have a little clean of that and see if it makes a difference. Okay, Q-tip, alcohol. Here we go, power on. Here we go, searching. Didn't find. That's good though, that's really good. Okay, I might pop that top back on. I'll put the disc back in just to see if it can read it. Okay, here we go, power on. We should be able to hear it scanning. It's trying to. There's a reason why this got thrown away. So they either just couldn't be bothered because it was old technology, or it actually had a fault. So there we go, it's trying to initiate again. Okay, let's move on. Okay, I haven't given up on this optical drive yet. Let's try and keep some light on the subject. So no eject. So how these things eject, this little motor here, and it'll have a drive belt on it thing here. So what happens, you've got like the sled that's got the drive motor and the laser, so that will, so the drawer goes in and it will come up, so it'll sort of come up like that, capture the disc, start spinning, and then it'll drop away and leave it sitting in the tray, then the tray will come out. So to manually do that, so yeah, you push this to the side and you watch that there. Initially it's, there we go, it slides dropping down and that starts to come out. That's how it works. So we'll just put this back in a little bit. Now see this, here's the drive belt here. Don't know how well you can see it, but this little thing here is really loose. So it must have sat in one position for a long time. But this is trying to turn, it's not gripping, so this just doesn't get turned because it has to overcome that first little bit. So that little belt has to be tight. So we can pop that off and you see the shape. It's not round, so even when I stretch it a bit, it goes back to teardrop. Okay, it's quite a challenge to get these things working, so I'll see what I've got in my little stash, see if I've got a better belt, and we'll pop that on. Okay, drive belt stash. It's going to be hard going to get one just right. All these are too big. So that's a bit thin compared to that. But I'll give it a go, see what happens. Right, new belt. It worked, but it didn't fix the problem. So I'll just take you off here so I can show you around what I've been doing. Sometimes it's easier just to do some tinkering off camera. So I've got my power supply set at 3 volts. I've got some leads coming off here, which are here. So I'll just see if I can put you here. So without my hands being in the way, here's the motor. Here's where it's supplied from, or where it attaches to the board at least. So if we put power to that, there we go. It actually works. And reverse the polarity. There we go. Switch that off before it arcs anything. So if nothing else, we've proved that this motor works. So it's like it's not getting the command. So yeah, this is kind of starting to get a little bit beyond me, but I haven't given up yet. I think I might have to just go around and check some connections and things, and maybe have a quick search online to see if there's a common fault. Just so you know, this little drive rubber is a common fault. That's why I knew to look for it. Okay, I'll see what else I can find, and hopefully I can come up with something. Okay, quick update. I've got it in a few more bits and pieces here. Taken the front cover off to check some of the connections on here. I've actually got a hard drive in there. Scrounged that out of my stash. I've taken that board out, checked the connections. That seems to be okay. Nothing burnt, broken, bulging capacitors or anything like that. So anyway, this is what it does now. Please wait. So it's announcing itself now. Hard drive check. Don't know if we'll be able to hear that hard drive spinning. But if I press record, we have a record light, and you can see that's counting. There we go. So that's recording, and we've got a record light there. So this thing still can't quite get its act together, but I'll tell you what it does do. Let's just stop that recording. This is the eject button. And look at that. So I'm going to count that as a win. So I might just reassemble this thing and give it a bit of a test, and we'll soon find out if it actually works in real life instead of just on the bench, because it was doing nothing before. It was dead. Not that I've replaced anything component wise, but you know, there's something off the curb. I've had a go at it. I've got some life out of it. I might even be able to do some recording. Don't have to do a great deal to some of these things, and they're up and running again. Alright, once again, thanks for watching. If you like the content, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I'll have all sorts of things like this that come along that you guys might be interested in seeing, to see if you can do it yourself, or just to see what things that I play with. And I'll catch you next time round. See ya.